and welcome back to Gay, Fat, Friend, and Friends, the podcast for independent women. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok, I'm all alone today. My teeny tiny, adorable, beautiful, microscopic, itty-bitty husband is in Los Angeles for business and pleasure. So I'm just here by myself doing a podcast. We had talked about doubling up last week and like banking an episode, and you know what? It's so much energy. And he was already so busy with like packing and planning his week. I didn't want to lay that on him. And so I was like, you know what? I'll either skip a week or I'll do a solo ep. And I've been alone for a week. I'm ready to talk. Okay. I have things to say. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little solo episode. Today is Easter. She is risen. And by she, I mean Lady Gaga, coming off a successful weekend too at Coachella. But yeah, it's Easter, so I'm decked out head to toe in pastels. I've got my beautiful turquoise hat and my sunshiny yellow shirt, and I am wearing pastel pink shorts, but you can't see those. Those are extra on the OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans. Could you imagine? I have been asked several times to start one, but you will never see me nude on the internet. I'll take off my shirt. I'll take off my shirt all day long till the cows come home. You want me to take off my shirt? I'll do it right now. But nobody's seeing my swimsuit parts, especially just like on the internet. I can't do it. I don't know why. I'm not a prude. I guess maybe shame, embarrassment. I mean, I was born in the 80s, so that's how we were raised. And I guess that's just ingrained in me. It's so weird too, because I'm so pro OnlyFans and so pro like naked on the internet. My favorite thing is that when you like in the year 2025, when you see a hot guy on like TikTok or wherever, Instagram, you can press a few buttons and probably see him fully nude within like 30 seconds. It's a delight. That's technology at work. All right. That's the art, as Lady Gaga would say. She has a song where there's a lyric that says 11:59, as in a minute before midnight. And both times at Coachella, that lyric has been sung at midnight. And she commented on someone's video. She was like, that was not planned. Both weekends. That's just the art showing itself. So yeah, that's, I like to say that's just the art showing itself. But anyway, this is not a podcast about nudity and OnlyFans. I digress. Let's get back into it. See, I'm alone and I just want to chat and talk to myself. Do you guys talk to yourself like out loud? I do it constantly. I don't know if it's because I was the baby. I have two older brothers, but we did grow up in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. So I was alone a lot. And especially after my brothers like grew up and moved away and went to college and stuff. So I was alone quite often. I talked to our dogs and our cats and myself out loud constantly, and it just stuck, and I still do to this day. I mean, like I said, I've been alone all week, and I've just been having the best conversations with myself. I'm a hoot, all right? I'm a great talker. I'm fun to be around. But yeah, I talk out loud to myself quite often. And I would say, you know how like in relationships when people hide their farts, they don't want to fart in front of their partner? I didn't care about that. I farted in front of Rob instantly because I was like, it's going to happen. Let's get it out of the way. I'm a farter, you know, true and true, heart and soul. I'm a farter. Grew up in a fart proud home, which I've talked about before. I'm not going to hide my farts. So I did that in front of Rob instantly, but I didn't talk to myself out loud in front of him for years. But now I do it all the time, and he busts me. Oh, he full on will just walk into a room when I'm having a conversation with myself, and I don't even care anymore. It's not even embarrassing to me. He used to make fun of me, and sometimes he still will, but it doesn't affect me. I'm a self-talker, and that's just how it's going to be. I will have, my favorite thing to do is have like fake, I don't even want to call them fights, almost like fake debates or like fake courtroom banter with enemies that don't exist or I will never meet or there never was a problem. I love to make up a scenario in my head of someone scorning me and then me having a full argument with them out loud. It's not real. Sometimes I film it for TikTok, but usually I like to keep all that stuff to myself. But yeah, I love to talk to myself out loud. I'm a daydreamer, as my grandma used to say. And now as an adult, I realize what she was saying, that my head's in the clouds a lot. But I love to daydream. I love to like fake a scenario, just act out a scene, especially with a good song as a backing track. Oh, I'll put on a monologue. Don't even get me started. I mean, essentially that's what I'm doing right now. Just monologuing to you all by myself. But yeah, I'm a daydreamer. I love to think about things that aren't real. I love unanswerable questions because if you think about it, there is an answer for every question pretty much you could have. The universe knows the answer. We as humans may never be able to figure it out. And, you know, people on the planet, like there might be one person that knows the answer. Like my favorite unanswerable question is how many times has my heart beat in my lifetime? Like since my heart started beating in the womb to now, there is a number. And obviously it keeps going up. It's like time. But like, what is the exact number of beats my heart has done? The universe knows. It's a real number. It exists. But like, we'll never be able to answer that question. But I love to like think about stuff like that. And the thing I've been thinking about a lot lately is the world better with Uber? Like quantifiably, can we figure out if Uber and Lyft are a net positive in the world or a net negative? I'm of the camp that Uber is a net negative. I think now that we've had it for what, a decade? Have we had Uber for a decade now? Maybe even more than that? I don't even know. But now that we've had Uber this long, can we figure out if it's been good or bad for the world? And I think it's been bad. Yes, it's convenient. It's nice to be able to call a car from your phone without having to talk to anyone and it just show up and take you places. But if you really think about it, Uber probably added way more cars to the road, right? So that's more like emissions. Even if you're using an electric vehicle to drive Uber, that electricity has to come from a coal-fired power plant. Like Tesla chargers aren't getting power from the sun. They're not solar operated. They're just taking power off the grid, which is coal. Although I live in Seattle, so it's like water. But still, like power has to come from somewhere. So there are more cars on the road and more people are traveling and getting around places. So more people are consuming things. And I think about like, yes, Uber, I guess, has helped people make money as like a side gig, but really, are they making money? Because you're just kind of taking equity out of your car and out of your body by driving around all day. See, it's one of those things like the universe knows if Uber was a good thing or a bad thing for the world, but we probably never will. I mean, I guess the CEOs of Uber have run several studies and they know the truth if it's actually helping humanity or hurting it. But I don't know. I sit around thinking about stuff like that all day. If you're just wondering what goes on inside this head. Another thing is like conspiracy theories. I don't believe any of the like major ones, you know, because like my brain works. I know that like vaccines don't cause autism. I know that like JFK Jr. is dead. You know, he's not alive in a bunker somewhere. I don't believe any of those crazy ones, but I do believe the one of like maybe Stevie Wonder can see a little bit. I think that's funny. I think it's really funny. And I do think that it might be true. Also, one of my favorite conspiracy theories, speaking of JFK Sr., maybe he wasn't shot. Maybe his head just did that. You know, that's a really funny conspiracy theory to think about. That's one Rob and I throw at each other all the time. But I also like to conspirarize why things aren't happening to me. A major one is free Legos. Okay, so I'm sure you guys are familiar with PR packages. I mean, I do get them from other companies. It's when you just get free product from a company and then they want you to make a video and a post about it. You don't generally have to, especially if it's a gift. It's a gift. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But it's called PR. And now that I think about it, I don't know if that means, I always assumed it meant public relations because that's what PR means like generally. But it also might mean like product release or product relations. I don't even know. But companies will send out PR boxes. There's these fancy boxes filled with like their product. I get a lot from like Hellmann's, you know, so there'll be a couple bottles of mayonnaise in there. And then maybe some Hellmann's branded merch, like a spatula or an oven mitt. I've gotten all those. Lego does do PR, but the thing about PR is the company itself does not handle its own PR, right? They hire PR firms to take care of it for them. Like Lego's not watching TikTok all day and being like, that guy builds a lot of Lego, let's send him a free box of Legos. That's not how it works. A PR company does all that research, and they usually are hired out by the main company to do this because it's a new form of advertising, right? And so these PR companies are usually located in either Chicago or New York. Generally, that's where they are, especially in the States. I don't think I've ever gotten any international PR, and I don't even know how they do PR in other countries. But here, because there are rules about them, like you have to claim it on your taxes after a certain price point. Like you can't just take free stuff. Like you have to claim it. But I'm convinced that the Lego PR firm is run by like 26 to 32-year-old people. I think they're in a very specific age bracket. And I think that they just watch TikTok all day and they find people either that they know and are friends with or that they follow already. And they're like, you know what? We're going to send them a box of free Lego. Because whenever a Lego PR video pops up on my TikTok or on my Instagram, it's never a person that does Lego, ever. It's always just like, Lego sent me a box of free Lego. Why? You go to their page, there's no Lego anywhere else on their page. They have 8,000 followers. Like, the math ain't mathin'. I don't mind small accounts getting free stuff. See, I'm getting riled up. I don't mind when small accounts get free stuff. Everybody deserves free stuff. But I think when you ignore people that have devoted themselves to your product, who are already doing so much for your product, and you're not going to give them anything, but you're going to give someone with not a lot of reach who doesn't even care about Lego. And that's the thing too. I always see these girls like unwrapping these Lego PR boxes. I've never seen a male presenting person get them. It's always women or female presenting. They open these boxes and they're like, oh, cool, thanks. Like, they don't even care about it. I'm not saying you need to grovel at the feet of free Lego, but you got to be a little more excited. You got to put something into it, because it just hurts my feelings. And they're like, oh, cool, I got this free box of Lego. Anyway, last night we went to the club. It's like, this whole video should be devoted to Lego. What I'm saying is, if you work for the PR firm that handles Lego, I'm right here. Okay, I will freely give you my address. Just send me a DM. Or check your DMs. I think I've messaged you before. I just want to be in that universe that gets free, regular boxes of Lego. Is that too much to ask? I think I've put in the work. Now I want to receive the benefits of free Lego. Stop giving it to people who don't care about you. That's another thing. Like, I'm not going to tell the full story of why I fought with Hellmann's, even though I'm like currently wearing Hellmann's colors. And it's kind of a silent fight with Hellmann's. Like, I didn't actually get in a fight with Hellmann's mayonnaise, but I'm upset with them because I actually do get stuff from them. I have talked to them about getting paid. You know, like, it goes like free product, and then you want to turn that relationship into a paycheck, right? For lack of a better word. But this is so stupid. I got a bunch of free Hellmann's. I did a bunch of videos, got tons of views. Like, I did a lot of good things for Hellmann's mayonnaise, right? So I was like, hey, by the way, when can we take the next step? When can I start getting free product and also getting paid by Hellmann's? Like, when could we do that? Ghosted, just fully ghosted. I nudged a couple times and they were like, oh, I'll send that over to the team that does, blah, blah, paid, what is it called? Brand deals, blah, blah, blah. But then fully ghosted. They never followed up. I followed up. They never responded. Fully ghosted. And then, I'm not even kidding, like 2 weeks later, I saw a handful of people who had about the same following that I have in New York City. They all live in New York. Get paid brand deals from Hellmann's mayonnaise, who have nothing to do with food, nothing to do with groceries. There is no Hellmann's content on their page anywhere else. Excuse me. See, I'm getting riled again. It just makes me so mad. But Hellmann's paid all of these New York City influencers who have the same following as me. I just happen to live in Seattle. Right after I asked them if they could pay me. And it was just, I don't know, it was like a kick in the teeth. And I was like, really, Hellmann's? After all I've done for you? And look, I get it. It's not their fault. Or like, I should say, the person I was speaking with, who I don't even know who they are, It's not their fault. I know it's not malicious. I know that they weren't purposely forgetting me. It's that thing where like, it's not that they were thinking bad about me. They just weren't thinking about me at all. But I gotta tell you, it's like a knife to the heart. And then seeing all those paid brand deals, because you have to write paid post or whatever ad when you do those posts. And to see all those people getting paid, and I was just like, are you kidding me? They don't even care about food. I have a grocery tattoo right here. If you're watching on film, I have a grocery tattoo. I care about groceries. I can't get paid, but you're going to give it to somebody who just like walks around New York all day talking about coffee. Okay. Gotta take a sip of my water, and I need to calm down. Breathe. I just need to breathe. See, this is why I need to do this show with Rob, because he centers me and he grounds me, and he also he's a good dead air filler. So you don't have to hear me take a drink of my water. Anyway, those are my conspiracy theories that I like to make up in my head. Fights that are one-sided. It's just me. I make it all up, and it's just in my head. It's very loud in this noggin. Okay? What else did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. So I made a TikTok about this, but a sign that I'm approaching 45 this summer is that I now have a fence in my neighborhood that I hate. And I'm warring with this fence. Speaking of one-sided fights that I like to have inside my head, I am obsessed with how bad this fence is in our neighborhood and how much it has ruined the block it is on. Isn't that crazy? Aren't I a crazy person that I care about somebody else's fence that has nothing to do with me at all? And I don't even have to see it. It's on a further block. It's not like it's right across from my house and I have to look at it every day. No, it's a few blocks away. But they absolutely ruined this house. And it's just weird. It's like, why did you buy that house? Adorable, cute little, I don't know, Rambler Ranch. I don't know. Just an adorable little Seattle house. And then they proceeded to wrap it in this ugly cedar fence that literally looks like shipping pallets from the grocery store. You know, those square wooden pallets that they deliver soda on? That's what they built this fence out. But it's 7 feet tall, but uneven. Like one panel will be 7 feet tall. One panel will be 4 feet tall. One will be 5. I don't know what it's mimicking. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Like, did they think it looked like mountains or something? I don't know. It's just the ugliest fence, and I'm warring with it. I'm losing sleep over it. We have to walk Ruby past there because she loves to poop over there. That's like her poop destination on our poop walk. And I have to walk past this house. They turned the corner because it's on a corner. They turned the corner into a blind corner. So like you can't see who's coming around the corner from the other direction. Ruby twice has almost run into other dogs and people while we've been walking because you can't see. This fence is so tall. It's like, why did you make a compound? The other thing, the yard they enclosed is maybe 3 feet from the house. This fence is almost touching this house. And it's like they built... It really feels like a gulag or something. It's like, why did you build this fence to cover all your windows for a 3-foot yard that you can maybe put 2 lawn chairs in there? Like, why did you wrap your house in this fence? Also, this is like, it's not like we're in a downtown setting. It's just a neighborhood. You don't need that much privacy. It's like they put bars on windows in the safest neighborhood on the planet. It's like, why did you do that? That's weird. What are you trying to keep in there? That's what I'm asking. What are you hiding? What's going on in that house? And see, that shows that I'm almost 45 because I think too much about other people's business. And that's none of my business. I don't need to think about that. We rent. I don't even own. It's not like I have to worry about my property value of a ugly house down the street. See, it's crazy in here. All I do is think. But yeah, I'm almost 45 and I care about a fence. Do you think 26-year-old Todd cared about fences? No. I was worried about what all my friends were thinking about me and why I wasn't as popular as I should have been. That's what I thought about in my 20s. But now that I have, a great relationship that I'm happy in, a house and a dog that I love, now that I have all the things that I wanted back then, now I think about fences. So don't give up, kids. You too can one day care too much about a fence. What's the last thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah. I'm on my Zepbound journey. I'm down like 21 pounds in 2 months. Really enjoying it. It's really fun. But the thing is like, It really does quiet all the food noise in your head. If you've heard about like Ozempic and Zepbound and Mounjaro and stuff, the main thing that people talk about is that it quiets all the food noise in your head. And it really does do that. And not in a bad way. I thought it was going to like make me not want to eat. And then I'd be sad because I love food so much. Food is like my number one treat. Like, oh, an expensive dinner? That's what I want for a gift. I want to go to a $300 sit-down sushi restaurant, you know? I was afraid it was going to like make me hate food or be sickened by food. But it really has quieted the food noise. And I don't think about food at all anymore. And not in a bad way. Like, I don't miss it. It's not like, you know, food died and I'm just always going to be forlorn, missing food. Not walking around my, what is it called? A widow's walk or a widow's watch or whatever. Like pining for food. I just don't think about it at all anymore. I'm also not hungry ever. And it's so weird to be in Easter candy season when I have all this delicious Easter candy. Speaking of PR, C's, the best chocolate company in the world. C's sent me their entire Easter candy collection, and it's all delicious, beautiful Easter candy that I love. And I'm just like, I don't really want it. I haven't wanted anything. I just don't think about food. And so it is a bummer in the sense that like, oh, food was such a fun, happy thing for me. And now it's kind of gone. But I'm glad because I want the drug, you know, I want to lose weight. I want the drug to do what the drug does. If I'm going to inject myself with something every week, I want it to work. I need a reward, benefit, cost analysis, whatever that's called. Because yeah, I love that I'm on the drug. I love that I'm losing weight. I love that it's working. It's just so weird to not ever be hungry. I'm never hungry. I never think about food. I don't crave anything. I don't know, kind of exist now. Now that I'm not eating all the time, it gives me more time to think about fences. See, it's all full circle, but I'm really enjoying it. The side effects are not what I thought they were going to be. I occasionally get nausea, constipation, stuff like that. The biggest, have I talked about this before? The biggest side effect is gas. Hilarious, comical, cartoon sound effect gas. Both ends, burps and farts, which for me is a good thing because I think they're funny. There's nothing funnier than a fart. Rob did grow up in a fart shame home. Rob is still embarrassed by farts. So it hasn't been as fun for him, but it's a blast for me. It's a nonstop laugh riot. And there's nothing funnier than a good old, well-timed fart. And these are the funniest, kookiest, sound effectiest farts known to man. But yeah, I don't know. It's going good. It's better. It's kind of like I was saying with Uber earlier. There is an answer to this question, and it's the universe knows if my life is better or worse without it. But I think it's better. I think I'm doing better. I'm enjoying things more. I'm working out. It's also warming up here in Seattle, finally. I mean, it's still freezing, but it's not like 40s all the time. It's like 50s and 60s. But it's warming up. We're approaching summer. So yeah, I think I started at a good time, revved up, getting into the groove of the medication, and now I'm just ready for summer to just melt these pounds away because I got a Lady Gaga show to go to in August, okay? And I want to be as energetic and on my feet with my hands up as she asks constantly, because she will ask me to put my hands up probably 5 times per song, and I need to have the energy to put those hands up in August. So all that to say, I'm loving the medication and the journey that I'm on. And yeah, highly recommend if you have the opportunity to take it and you need to lose weight, get on it. It's real fun. All right. Now, you know what? I think we can do a shorter episode today. So let's just move on to our final segment, which is What's Your Order? What's Your Order? Okay, so normally, back in the day, this box was filled with fast food restaurants and stuff, and we would pick one out and say what our order is. But we went through those years ago. There hasn't been a fast food restaurant around these parts in years. So now, after a joke, Rob saying we should just Google icebreakers at a party, I was like, wait, I'm fully doing that. So now this beautiful handbook for the recently deceased popcorn tin from the Beetlejuice film is now filled with party icebreakers. So I'm going to draw, excuse me, I'm going to draw one of these party icebreakers and ask myself an icebreaker question. And today's What's Your Order that I have drawn for myself to talk to myself is, what is your superpower? Well, I would have to say farting, probably, since I just talked about that. Because I'll either make the entire room laugh or I'll clear the room. But either way, the room is being affected, okay? So I'm a champion farter. I don't know, my superpower, making people laugh. I mean, I can make any situation calm. I guess I could break the ice in any situation, if you know what I'm saying. The tension, for sure. Break all the tension. I don't know. I just like to keep things light. But if I could have a dream superpower, which is what I wish this icebreaker question would have been, I think my dream superpower is invisibility. I think if you could go purely invisible, I think that's the ultimate superpower. I think that encompasses all the other superpowers, except for like superhuman strength, maybe, or flying. I feel like flying and invisibility are the two best superpowers because you can kind of get away with anything. But see, that's the thing. When I think about superpowers, like, yes, I would use them for good, but the kind of good I want to do is bad. Like if I could turn invisible, I would go completely invisible, break into a bank, take all of their money, and then give it all to poor people. I would like Robin Hood my superpowers, you know? Because why else would you need to turn invisible other than to steal? I mean, I guess I could spy on people or like mess with people. Like if I was like fully invisible, I could go into, I don't know, say Marjorie Taylor Greene's house and just haunt her and just make her life miserable. Just constantly move things that she's sure, like, you know, a coffee cup, constantly move that across the table, hide her wallet. I would just absolutely haunt her life if I could be invisible. And I feel like flying would be the same kind of thing. Like if you could just like hover into a space and grab something and jet out, I feel like that's the same as being invisible. Superhuman strength would be fun. Like if you could just like juggle cars, but really, what are you going to do with that other than like join the circus? I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing else. I don't know. It is really hard to talk to yourself for 30 minutes. It's not even 30 minutes yet. It's only been like 28 minutes, but I don't know. It's just hard to talk to yourself. And, I already do it all day long. So I guess I'm done for the day. Don't forget that this podcast comes out on Apple and Spotify and YouTube every Wednesday. And then it comes out on TikTok every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening and commenting. I hope you enjoyed this solo episode by myself. Rob will be back next weekend. Hopefully all in one piece. He's not a great traveler. It kind of, rattles him. It frays his nerves. So who knows what he'll be like next weekend after flying to and from Southern California, but hopefully he's okay and he'll be back next week. And so will I. And I hope you guys will be too. And have a great week. I love you. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And I'll see you next weekend. All right. I love you. Goodbye.